Hey everyone, it's Vanessa with 2 cents worth cash envelopes. Today we're going to be doing our first paycheck for the month of June. Since Monday's a holiday, I've already gotten paid, so I am ready just to jump right into this video, do some sinking funds and cash envelope stuffing with you guys. I first want to start off thanking you all for joining me on my budgeting journey. I appreciate that you're here and we're going through this together, and I do so very much appreciate all the support and kind comments that you leave me in the comment section. So what we normally do is we start with our cash wallet. This is my cash wallet. If you recall back in some of my other videos that, you know, using a debit card or using cash rather than a credit card or a debit card is really a new concept for me, and I've been getting used to my cash wallet. I've been doing fairly well staying within my budget. I can't say that I've been 100% on point every time, but I am certainly trying. So it's definitely an eye-opener. This journey, just starting it a few months ago, is definitely an eye-opener on how easy it is to let a credit card or a debit card consume your budget, your expenses, your finances. It's definitely an eye-opener. So I usually start with change. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put change in our change jar right here. It's so heavy I could hardly lift it, but it's about 2/3 full. I did mention, I think what I'm going to do with that in June is I'm going to go ahead and start counting that. And any change that I have in my change jar, I am going to use it to pay down debt. I have a credit card, 2 credit cards, one that I use and pay off every single month, and then one that I used, paid off, used, paid off, used, paid off several times this year. Now I've built that balance back up. I don't know how, it just happened. And I feel like I need to go ahead and get that paid off and set to the side. I've unlinked it from my Amazon account, you know, and I ran it up a couple months ago before I started this journey, and I just want to get that credit card paid off. So that's something that I'm going to need your help on and your encouragement in regards to getting that credit card paid off once again and set to the side and just not use it in case it's like a worst case scenario. So leave me some comments in the comment section on your credit card journey and becoming debt free and what that looks like for you. And if you just have that one credit card that you seem like you just kind of lean on when things are tight, and how we are as a community going to get debt free. Leave me your comments. So in my cash envelopes, I'll start with my grocery envelope. I do have some 5s and 1s left over, which I'm really excited about. So I'm going to go ahead and do what we do every week is we're going to put them in our big cash jar. You see it's getting really, really full. So I'm really excited. We're going to count this at the end of the year. I can't wait. I'm so excited. And I just want to know how much money that I've just been able to toss in there. And at the end of the year, we're going to decide what we're going to do with that. And hopefully it's something fun. So in my gas envelope, I do have a 10 left. I am going to set that to the side and show you later what I do with that. And then I have a bunch of 1s. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the jar. And then in my spending, oh look, I have 2 10s. I'm so excited. So I have a 10 in my spending, and I'm going to set that to the side with that other 10 and put these 1s also in the jar. And then beauty, I'm going to go ahead and leave this in here, and I'm going to be adding to it. So I have 20, 40, 45 in beauty, but we will be adding to it during this video. Girls' night out, still haven't gone out with my girls. I can't seem to catch up with anyone. So I do have $50 in here. I'm not going to do anything with that. I'm just going to leave that in here so I don't have to continue to stuff it or anything like that. So that's how we're going to do this. So with groceries, every 2 weeks, I typically budget $150. I was doing $200, $100 every week, but I decided that I was having so much money and change left over and putting a lot away that I was able to reduce that budget down to $75 every week. So every payday I budget $150. So what I'm going to do is today I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stuff $75 into my grocery budget or my grocery envelope. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 75. I think I might have said 70, but it should be $75 going into groceries. Gas is going to get its typical $40 a week. So every payday I budget $80 and every week I put $40 in there. I have found by breaking down my pay into weekly, or my envelopes into weekly stuffings, it's helping me stay a little bit more engaged and focused. If you're not doing that, you might want to try that, see if that works for you. Because at the beginning of this, I found out when I put all the cash for my 2 weeks in my envelopes, I kind of blew through it, and the second week I was kind of struggling because I didn't have anything left. And again, it's part of the journey and learning how to do a budget and stick through it and how to manage your money a little bit better. So I'm glad I have broken it down into a weekly wallet stuffing, so I'm more aware of my money, where it's going, and how much is leaving my hands. Spending, with that being said, spending normally gets $50 every 2 weeks. So this week I'm going to go ahead and put $25 into spending, and we're going to stick that in there. So 20 and 25. And I don't know that I have any needs, but or anything to buy, but I like to definitely have a little bit of reserve, so I'm not going back to that credit card and getting myself into more debt. Beauty, like I said earlier, I have 45, and today I'm going to go ahead and add another 50 to it. So I have 20, 40, and 50. So let's get that in there. So right now in beauty, I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 95. I don't know that I need anything right now, but I am saving up for my next hair appointment, which you know is every month in the middle of the month. So I should have money when my hair appointment comes around. And girls' night out, we're not going to put anything in here because I haven't used what I have, and there's no reason to continuously stuff it. If we're kind of in a holding pattern, I could use that money and somewhere else in my budget. So my wallet is done for this week. Now we have our sinking funds, and we'll go through this. And silly me, I don't know what I was thinking, but I went ahead and if you notice and you've been watching my videos, I did a bill exchange, and I didn't even think to record it. I didn't have like a lot of 50s or 10s or 5s or anything like that in my sinking funds that I could exchange out. I basically took 50s and was able to replace them with 100s just to kind of keep everything moving along, and consolidated into the higher bills. I realized I had $50 for my emergency fund in my wallet. So let me get that there. So my emergency fund, like I said, I put $50 in here every payday. So every time I get paid, which is twice a month, I get paid at the end of the month and the beginning, or the end of the month and the middle of the month. And I basically have $50 go over into a savings account separate from my checking account. And I do that to kind of put it in a compartment, so I know that no matter what, this $50 goes into my emergency fund. And so it goes to a different bank and everything. I tend to make it a little more complicated than it needs to be, but it works for me. So do what works best for you. So I'm going to add this $50. I have $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $550 in my emergency fund. So I'm so excited because I'm not a good saver and since starting this journey, this has helped me become aware that I need to have some type of emergency fund in place. So $550 in my emergency fund. Car maintenance. Now this is where it's going to get interesting. So car maintenance has 100, 200, 300, 400, 450. Now, the first half of the year up until this point, we've had some stimulus checks, some bonuses. I seem to have a lot of money from things that I was selling on Marketplace and Poshmark and Mercari. So I felt like I had a lot of money running through my hands to kind of propel me into this journey. And I'm so grateful that, I had that influx of money, but I knew at some point that it was going to really pull back and that I wasn't going to have the extra money to be able to stuff into my sinking funds. So with that being said, I'm kind of down a lot in my incoming income. I still have some trickling in, but it's not like it was. So I'm thinking of different ways to go ahead and kind of supplement that income so I can have an increase again in the income that's coming in, because I noticed, like I've said in previous videos, things are going up. Things are getting more expensive. My renter's insurance has gone up. My car insurance is going up and it's skyrocketed, and I've spent days trying to find a less expensive car insurance. I don't know what is happening, but everything is getting so ridiculous in price. My rent is going up, and it's just like my income didn't go up. So I'm thinking of different things that I can do to supplement my income so it's not such a struggle every payday, and I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. And again, I'm grateful for the money that we had coming in at the beginning of the year, but I'm really surprised and just kind of like, wow, I can't believe how expensive things are getting. So with that being said, before I ramble on too much further, I'm not able to put in the kind of money that I was able to put in previously, but something is better than nothing. And I do have to keep in mind, just like all of you, when you're looking at your envelopes and you feel kind of despaired that you're not able to put away money like you used to, remember, something is better than nothing, and every little bit adds up. And I'm trying to keep it positive. I'd love some positive comments from you guys, because it's definitely going to be a struggle until I am able to find something that I can generate some more income from. So for car maintenance, I'm going to be able to add $5 this payday. So with that $5, I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 455. I'm going to put that in there. And it causes me a lot of anxiety that I can't put more money into Lily's vet fund, because you know how important she is to me. She's my little dog and she's older, but again, I'm just going to put what I can put in there, and every little bit adds up. So for Lily, we have 100, 150, 220, 230, 235. Today, I'm able to add a 10. So I'm going to go ahead and put the 10 in there, and we have 100, 150, 200, 20, 30, 45. So I'll put 10 in Lily that. You should be good, but I like to keep that one kind of beefed up. But I do know I can take it, worst case scenario, I can take money from someplace else in the event I need to take her to the vet for some reason and I don't have enough money to cover it. Home. By July of next year, I want to be able to buy a home. That's my hope. So every payday, whether it's $1 or $100, I'm going to try to stick something into home. I want to desperately get out of this apartment. The rent is skyrocketing, and there's no hope that it's going to go down anytime soon. So I have 100, 200, 250. This payday, I'm able to add $5. Grab too many of them there. So 100, 200, 250, 255. Clothing. We are scheduled to go back to work. I've already taken $100 out last week for some clothing that I did purchase online, and I applied it towards my credit card balance. So I have $50 left in clothing, and this payday I'm going to be able to add 5. So now I have $55 left in clothing. Okay. Gifts. I have 100, 200, 300, 355. And today I'm going to also be able to add $5. I keep telling myself $5 is better than no dollars. So I have 100, 200, 300, 350, 355 in gifts. Vacation. I'm going to get down to Florida soon and see my kids, but might be a little bit longer than I anticipated. So I have 100, 200, 300, 350, and I'm going to add a 5, so I have 355. Okay. These are my 10s. I've been debating back and forth on what to do with my 10s, and in my past videos, I was back and forth, and I kind of decided what I wanted to do. Since I no longer use my debit card for all my purchases, I don't have all that extra change going over into my Acorns account. So I thought it'd be best that any 10s that I have left over in my weekly envelopes that I go ahead and save, and I just every month do a transfer right over to my Acorns account. So I have $30 in 10s right now, and the 10s that we pulled out from my wallet from last week's cash, I'm gonna add these to it. So now I have $50. I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And that's about right. You know, usually I'm between $30 and $40 every month going into my Acorns account. So that's pretty good. So I'm gonna set that aside, and I'm gonna be putting that into the bank. Renter's insurance. I'm also going to pull my renter's insurance and get that paid so I can get that off my mind. I have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 65. My renter's insurance is 160, so I am going to leave this 5 in there and take out the $160 and put that in the bank so I can go ahead and get that paid in the next couple days. Car registration. Now this is something I was kind of thinking long and hard on. According to my last year's bill, which was in February of earlier this year, I have enough saved for my car registration. But I did notice that the prices of cars are going up, including used cars. And my used car value, my car is a couple years old, has increased significantly. So with that being said, when I think about the surprise I had on my renter's insurance, I thought, well, maybe I need to go ahead and save a little bit more into my car registration envelope just because of that increase in price in cars or value in cars. And I'm assuming with the increase in value that come next February when I get my bill is also going to go up because it is relative to the value of your car. So with that being said, I feel like I'm no longer at goal. I'm probably going to set aside maybe another $50, $5 a payday for the next few months, just to give myself a cushion, because when February comes, I want to be comfortable in knowing that I have enough money set aside and my budget is on point, and I'd rather have more set aside than less set aside and be caught off guard. So with that being said, I'm also going to go ahead and add $5 to my car registration. So that's just trying to be as prepared as possible, and anything that I have left over, you know, as you know, in regards to like the car registration this time next year, if there's anything left over, then I'm fine with that. I'll just build on that for the following year. And then lastly, we have my 20s. I still need to label my envelopes. My 20s, I have $40 here. I'm using any leftover 20s to go ahead and pay for my big Berkey water filters that I'm saving for. So again, rather than adding them to a credit card, if I have any 20s left over in any of my envelopes out of my wallet, then I'm adding them here. And I might be adding more as time goes on, but right now, this payday, I'm not able to add more. So with that being said, our cash, our sinking funds are completed. And then this leftover money is for next week. This is what we're going to use for next week in regards to groceries and gas, to go ahead and stuff next week. So I'll be setting that aside. And then this money here is going to go into the bank. These $10 bills are going to go, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this $50 is going to my Acorns account. And then this $160 is going to pay my renter's insurance. So I'm going to stick that in the bank and get those two things taken care of. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really, again, can't tell you how I appreciate your support. I hope at some point that my station becomes monetized and that I'm able to supplement my income like that. I did open up an Etsy shop. I'm still working on some different products. You know, I like a lot of different things, and I'm just trying to figure all that out. So definitely be patient for me. Check back with me. And at some point I will be able to link my Etsy shop link into the description box so you can see what I have to offer. If you have any special requests or you're looking for something specifically, definitely leave me some comments. I might be able to do something because I did buy a lot of paper. I would love a Cricut machine, but right now that's not my priority. Definitely on my list of wants, and you know, but we'll get there. We'll get there together as a team and a community. And again, I hope you have a great weekend, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.